Hello, hello, my wonderful collective. Welcome to my channel. This is me, Slava. Good to see everybody. And welcome the guests of my channel as well. If you're new, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, my wonderful collective, let's do another reading for you. Let's take a look what messages the universe have for you today. Messages for you, my wonderful collective. Let's take a look. First message, coffin. Okay, ending. Some sort of difficult situation is finally ending. You're ready to bury it. You know, this is the ending of anything and everything that no longer needs to be part of your life. Coffin is about transformation. It's a positive changes. Maybe you will say goodbye forever to individuals or people or friends that no longer need to be in your energetical space. Maybe they just suck in your energy and you said, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm out. So you're ready. You're ready. You see, you bearing. This is could be means even you if you want to change something about yourself, about your lifestyle, or your physical appearances. In other words, you're making these changes for best and for better. But a lot of negativity here is ending. You now, like I said, in the process of transformation, things just gonna change. Things gonna change and they're going to change for better. Once again, I will go into depths about this card. What other message the universe wants to bring to your attention today? Well, of course, the cards of mice. Well, of course, mice, people, people that just simply do not leave you alone. They want to know what you're up to. They want to know what you do. They want to know how you do it. They're watching you, they're observing you, and of course, the intentions are not positive. But once again, the coffin and mice in combination, meaning that you have had enough of these people. It's time for these people to die off, to leave you alone. In other words, you're going to make changes to remove these individuals out of your energy because they're clingy, clingy. Someone here is clinging and to your energy. They do not want to let go of you. They all trying to do some sort of petty little things just to stick another stick in your life, hoping that maybe perhaps you will fall and trip. I'll never get up. But once again, what these mice and what these people do not understand and what they do not realize that you're ready. You're ready. You're moving on. They will not catch up to you. They're done. They're out. But you have to be aware of these people and their presence in your life. They're around. They're around and they're watching. They want to destroy your life. They're not happy. They're not happy. Most likely in a recent few months or even a year, you made tremendous changes. Because I do see you have been going through transformation. You become new person. They remain the same. They remain these rats in that pit of darkness that want to simply bring that negativity into your life because they watch you transforming. You're not the same person. And of course, it's bring forth a lot of negativity and a lot of jealousy. At the finale, what other information the universe wants you to hear in regards of your current situation? This is the card of, okay, well, of course, everything will be peachy for you. Everything will be beautiful for you. The universe and the higher power prepare for you outnumber amounts of gifts. For what you ask? Well, clearly, according to the universe, you deserve this beautiful bouquet. It's a present. It's a gift for you. For your suffering. Remember, you've dealt with these rats for a very long time. But their time is coming to an end. They no longer will be able to manipulate you, manipulate the system, manipulate the cops, the courts. They will no longer will be able, or much longer, I should say, hack your cellular devices, your accounts, your emails, use your identity, relentlessly trying to set you up. They're petty thieves, petty and miserable and pathetic. So once again, the universe reminding you that, hey, Don't worry. The process started. We started the ball. It's rolling. We're going to bury these mice. This is also signifies that maybe perhaps one individual that have been causing you and inflicting you this terrible suffering and this pain and ache may actually physically pass away, depart from this world. Death also means the death of one of this individual. Also could mean incarceration of these people. Because otherwise I don't see how would they leave you alone. They most likely will go to prison or die. One or the other. But then generally everything will be fine for you because I do see the universe have plenty of gifts ready for you. And this is, like I said, a gift for everything. Everything that these people, these petty thieves, these pathetic mice brought to you. You deserve nothing but the best. So let's take a look. I do see there's 100% ending of these petty mice life. They cling you, right? They don't leave you alone. There's like some sort of unhealthy obsession with you. Oh, he or she doing better than me. Well, I don't I put some troubles on your path. Because how dare you to be better than me? How dare you to do better than me, right? Envy, revenge, I feel like this pity. Pity. Let's clarify. Let's clarify this card of a mice, of this negative people that finally will die off. Die off and leave you completely. Let's clarify the card of mice. Clarification. Yes, see? Amalato. Well, the card Amalato, what does the card Amalato means? It means sick. Person is sick. These mice are sick people. They actually physically sick. Physically, finally. The boomerang kicks in. I don't see you as a vicious negative person. I really don't. I see you're very sweet and kind, loving individual. You know why I say that? Because this card of bouquet as a gift from the universe would not be here. You would not receive these blessings. But you did, and you will, and you will continue receiving nothing but the best. I feel like as the higher power protecting you, they bubble you, right? They're saying, you know what? It's okay. We got you. We got you. You're one of us. We're there for you. We will fight for you. So I see that the person that harmed you is actually could be physically sick. I'm sorry to say that. Of course, I hate giving out any negative messages here. It's not my intention. I only read what I see, and judging by the card of sick, and I see the card of coffin. It's an individual that is very sick and most likely due to their illness will pass on. Death, ending. Of course, let's hope it's not going to happen. But once again, it is not up to you. You're not in charge. You're not in charge. Everybody receives what they deserve. So you have to understand that individuals that have been harming you, they're truly sick. They are. Truly, truly ill people. Physically ill. I see a person laying in bed here with medication, cannot get up. Sick person, not doing very well. So I can only imagine how much harm this individual have brought to your life. For the universe to ensure that this person is now not even capable of anything. That's karma. That's karma. Maybe they wished you to be sick. So the first clarification is sickness here and death. If this person is not near death, that is also could signify that these individuals will die eventually from the illness that they have received. It's all because of harm to you. What else can you tell me about this individual here, this mice? And they're pathetic. Pity. I feel like pity little crimes. But this desire to harm you, that desire to prevent you receiving these blessings is tremendous. To to the point that these people are now ill. What else about these individuals? Dreaming, right? Whoever this sick person is dreams of a lot of things, right? We have here a ring, a reef, victory, money, right? So in other words, this individual was in a way dreaming. This is not, doesn't mean that it's going to happen. But whoever that person is always have this high desires of being successful, of being, let's say, happy, stronger than you. But they can't. They cannot match up to you. They cannot match up to you. It's their delusions, right? They're delusional in a way. To truly think that you can just barge into one's space and one's life and say, oh, no, you're doing better than me? Oh, that's not good. I'm going to destroy it. I'm going to damage it. So this is their imagination in a way. I feel like very unhealthy desires. I want this. I want money. I want wealth. I want victory. But you see this person daydreaming here. Daydreaming. It's not real. What they want is not real, not substantial. And of course the card of widower. Widower, right? Death. Again, widower. This is sacerdote. I think it's a card actually of the priest. The card of the priest. Let's clarify this card of the priest. All right. Right. So this individual is maybe initially acting as they're innocent. Right? Holy, a priest, a monk. I've done nothing wrong. I'm perfect. I'm right. Right? So this sense of I'm right is overly unhealthy and almost links to this unhealthy narcissism. Maybe it was an element of psychopathy, right? I'm right, you're wrong. It will be how I say, because the way I see the situation is right. But it's not right. It's not right to intentionally inflict suffering on you. How is that right? But like I said, the way that person appear or present themselves is as if there are saints. You understand? I'm innocent. I've done nothing wrong. You deserve this, right? This is what your enemy's thinking. You deserve to suffer. You deserve to lose. But who are they? Who are they? Liars? Manipulators? So in other words, I understand everybody has a right to their own opinion and an interpretation of the situation and what happened. But at the end of the day, there's the right common sense. And what I see, that hurting people isn't right. It's wrong. But yet that sense of holiness, as if you're unholy, as if you are wrong, as if you're the worst sinner in the whole entire world. No one's perfect, but at least you're not the one running around hurting intentionally. You're not the one seeking out vengeance. So that's why this person's sick, because playing a saint, and do this type of devilry towards you is always rejected by God and the higher powers. And that person is sick because of their sick actions. It's not a healthy person. So whoever it is doing this to you, I can assure you, not mentally normal. And yet wears this outfit of a saint. It happens in a position of, let's say, if this person, a certain Christianity or certain faith, once again, they may preach the book of God to everybody. Oh, God says this is wrong, right? So in other words, they're trying to find a twig in your eye, but missing out the whole log in theirs. Hypocrites. Exactly what the Bible calls these type of people. Hypocrites. Another definition of your enemy, of course, I'll look further into them, is somebody who, let's say, have an official appointments, like a police officers as well, judges, lawyers, right? They wear this outfit of the defense lawyers, the crowns lawyers, right? The big long black gowns. But they do not represent what they're preaching. So hypocrisy here resonates. Hypocrites. To everybody else, they're perfect, but that they're fake. They're fake. Okay, clarify the card of sickness. In other words, I feel like these people, once again, look at this, clarify the card of sickness, death. Death, okay, death. You see? Death, the end. If these people will not leave you alone, if these mice, because I do see their ending, simply they're going to be removed. And this is not a joke. This is not a joke. This has to be taken seriously, because that's exactly what I see. It means death, ending. Person is so ill. And once again, boomerang. You ask yourself, well, why? Right? Let's say your enemy asking you, why? Why am I sick? Why did I deserve this illness? Why do I suffer? Because of boomerang. Because of what you did to an innocent party. That's why. This boomerang did not come from you directly, but that boomerang came on your behalf by the higher powers. So what did they do? What did they do to deserve this death? What did they do to deserve this sickness? Maybe perhaps they wish you death. Maybe perhaps they did death spells on you. Maybe they physically harmed you and destroyed your life. Or maybe perhaps you yourself were on the verge of death because of this sick person. So I see card of death, I see serious illness, and I see the card of time, which means it's only a matter of time. I'm sure the universe give your enemy a bit of time to come to their senses. And if they don't, time is going to run out. So it's a boomerangs here. Boomerangs for your enemy in the form of severe illness that is non-curable. It could also represent a death. Yeah, because they humiliated you. Your enemy wanted to humiliate you. Humiliate your life, your values. Could have resonated in any form of humiliation. Let's say assault, any other type of bodily harm, any type of exposure, psychological harm. This is all form of humiliation. A person that wanted and dreamt of humiliating you is on the verge of death, or soon is all leading towards it. And like I said, I'm only telling you what I see, but I see you suffered. You suffered. Your soul was in pain. You didn't deserve this. You didn't deserve this humiliation that was done to you by this person. But like I said, the boomerang is here. It's already hit this person. They already suffering. Believe me, they're not happy. Sure, they're trying to do what they can do, but it's over. It's over. You sleep in the bed you made for yourself. So there was this, like I said, humiliation going on. Leads me to next question. Why? Why would your enemy that is now severely ill, in the verge of death, hanging between the living world and spiritual realms, why there was this huge desire to hurt you? Why? That's my question. Why was this huge desire to hurt you, to humiliate you, to make you suffer? For what? Let's see. Why? Why? Well, like I said, the person delusional of their own victory. He or she really wanted to be on top of you. It's some sort of ridiculous competition where that sick person, once again, the card of sickness signifies Seven of Cups, imaginary, right? Like this one. Look, I'm imagining, I'm dreaming, right? I'm in a la la land. I will prove everybody I'm the best. I will prove, right? It was this desire to take power over you, to be better than you. So clearly unhealthy. There's no doubt that person is unwell. No doubt. Nobody goes around and say, well, my neighbor's doing better. I will destroy his life to make myself feel better. Right? This is crazy. This is crazy. But I feel that this person is delusional. Delusional, that wanted power over you. You ask yourself why? Because that individual wanted everything. Everything. And at the end of the day, that person got nothing. Nothing but a boomerang. Nothing but illnesses. Nothing but legal disputes yet to come. They've got nothing. Because it was unsupportive desires of their own. This is what they wanted, he or she. Big dreams. Big dreams. And that dream is to be the best in everything. Best in everything. Financially be better. Be more prettier. Be more successful. What was their desire? What was that number one desire? The fact that they wanted to humiliate you somehow is a part of their wishes. As if they wanted you to suffer. They wanted you to be regretful about your past. Sounds like somebody from the past that is clingy, that cannot let go and has a personal psychiatric, perhaps, illness in their mind, where they declare this war to you to prove you that you are unworthy, that you are nothing. But you say, I am everything, because I am one with the universe. I am everything. I have everything. God gives me everything I need. I'm fine. But no, that person had this desire to prove that you are unworthy of anything. They wanted you to suffer. See, devil card, devilry. It's a person where the devil is in charge of them. They're delusional and ill in the most sickest way. The most sickest way. You understand? I would not be surprised. And they're showing me a masculine here. Masculine, some sort of male here. Sick, unhealthy male that is now severely sick. He's sick. You understand? Sure, maybe perhaps with his money. Maybe he has money. But look how disgusting this person is. Look how ill he is. Look at this. I prove you wrong. Well, you don't have much time, buddy. You don't have much time proving anything. You lost already. You lost already. You're sick. What are you going to prove? What are you going to prove if you already lost? You're finished. You're delusional. It's exactly who he is. So there is a man here that wanted to humiliate you. Maybe he's an earth sign, Leo, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Doesn't have to be these signs. But once again, money, right? Money, most likely money was his intentions. Money, because here he was dreaming about money. He's just dreaming wealth, power, right? What did you do? What did you do? You only gain more problems for yourself. Did you gain anything else? Was his devilry. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Money. Money. 8 of Pentacles. Money. That's all he cared about. Some sort of corrupt politician, corrupt cop, corrupt person that thought that he will get money. Money. But he didn't. That's the thing. He didn't. Then he moved to the stage number 2 is to humiliate you, to seek revenge on you. Because his master plan of his psychopathy did not really work very well in his behalf. So now he's getting boomerang, and do you see everything falling apart? He's done. He's done. He's done, done, done. It's over. It's over. He either leave you alone while he still has time, because look at this. The universe and the higher power, they're generous, right? They're generous. They usually give time for everybody to redeem themselves, or at least have possibility to redeem themselves before the death comes in. But how many chances is this sociopathic individual needs before they will be completely removed or detained in a psychiatric institution? Because I see he's sick already. He's very sick. In the verge of death. So he either has some terminal illness that cannot be cured. So in other words, time is ticking here. All for the sake of money. Maybe perhaps he did not have this illness at that time when he chose to target you. But the moment he humiliated you, he must have done something very unprecedented. A very sick of the sickest. And the moment he did that, the moment he paid money to somebody to harm you physically or psychologically, that was it. That was it. That's where his boomerang start flying. So that's what your enemy wanted, I guess, right? Some sort of man here. So once again, the universe here, once again, confirming the situation about this unhealthy individual, that his time is coming to an end. What else can you tell me about this man, King of Pentacles? That is clearly unwell. Clearly unwell. Yeah, prison. He's going to prison. He knows he's going to prison. Yeah, he's sick and he's going to prison. And that's probably where he will die. Once again, I don't want to say that. I always believe that everybody has a second chance. But on another hand, I also see how you suffered. I see how you were humiliated. And you didn't deserve this humiliation. Nobody does. Not even an animal. Not even a wild animal. So you were treated in such a way that the universe assessed this matter and said, whoa, 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 whoa. You're out, buddy. You're done. I don't care who you know. I don't care how powerful you think you are. I don't care how much money you have. You're done. You're finished. So it's a good news, because I'm here to confirm to you that the God himself stands with you. And nobody's putting up anymore with this sick man. So he's going to jail. There's prison. Whatever he did to you was not only humiliating, torturous in nature, disgraceful, sick, but also criminal in nature. So it's going to prison. Your enemy going to prison. And that's exactly that. That's why it's ending. Because otherwise the sick man would never leave you alone. And he's not alone. There's mice. There's somebody else. Okay, mice signifies more than one person, because usually mice they run in a pack, right? They're mice. They're breed like crazy. Okay, 10 at a time, maybe 20 at a time. So he didn't do it himself, but he was part of it. He was part of this sickness. It was because of him this has happened to you. He knows he's going to prison, and that is his boomerang. Not only that he's going to prison, but he's going to prison as a sick man. See, this is the card of sickness, the card of illness. He will be convicted as a sick man. For he is one. Here is one. And sure, look at this. He's scared. Look, he's scared. He's crying. He's disappointed. He's afraid. He's afraid. So he knows what he did. He can't be that psychiatrically unwell, because individuals who are psychiatrically unstable, they don't even distinguish the right from wrong. But he knows what he did. He intended to harm you. He knew what he was doing. He didn't care. He didn't care. He cared about money. He cared about power. He cared about victory. He really thought that he could justify unjustifiable torture, unjustifiable behavior. You cannot do that. You can't. He's done. Crying? Good. You cry. You cry. You should have not do this to an innocent person. But yet he acts as this superior, righteous, right? By the books. Ooh, I follow the books. Well, what does the book of law says about your behavior? Right? There is that type of people. Cheap to principality, right? It's a principle. It's like, this is what the law says. Yeah, but law also says if you do this and this, you go to jail. You know, this narcissism, the self-righteousness is present in this man. Man who clearly demonic and dangerous. Dangerous. It's not just a person that is, it's like a devil in disguise. He does not look like he's demonic. I already mentioned that his characteristic is not like a bad guy. He doesn't have like tattoos and like, ooh, I'm this tough biker or gangster. No, he appears like this very polite man, maybe even educated, maybe pleasant to talk to. But deep down, there's this devil that is hiding within his soul. And you can see it in his eyes. When you look through his eyes, you will see that darkness, that creepiness, that evil that he's trying to hide. Look at this. He pretends to be a priest, but truly it's a devil in disguise. And that is his personality. So I'm describing not the man that looks like a badass that you know immediately that's who he is. Therefore, you should never judge a book by its cover. It's a demonic man, demonic, devilry, ill, doing ill things to people. Could have been sexual perversions, could be psychological harm, physical harming people. There's some this sick perversion of this individual. That's why he's going to prison, and that is done. That is done. That's not if I go. Yes, you go. Yes, you are going, and yes, you're crying. Yes, you're sick. Yes, you're upset because it's punishment for you, and it's just begun. So do you see that everything for you will be all right? You should have absolutely no fears of what the future holds for you, because you're pure, you're innocent. You were simply a victim of a circumstances and a victim of severely sick man and sick people. Sick. They're sick. I don't care. Like I already said earlier, I do not care whether they're millionaires. I don't care how much money they have. They're sick and they're criminals. And all criminals should be treated alike. Fairly, with a due process. Make sure he says his side of the story, even though he cannot justify the sick humiliation he did to you with his friends. Fair and square. Fair and square. What other message for you, my beautiful sweethearts? Okay, the message for you here in the near future, this is all coming to an end, but I do see busy meetings. Maybe this is to do with law or like some sort of meetings. Merchant is about travel, relocation maybe initially, or waiting, or somebody's coming in from the distance to discuss with you, right? This is the card of conversation. There will be a lot of people. You were sitting at the table, and of course, this could have been detectives or officers, whatever officers, because this man is under investigation. It's without doubt. The life imprisonment, at least. He's going down. He's going down. So expect an individual, group of individual arriving to you. They will find you. Maybe they'll find you at your office. They will find you. In other words, they will call you and they'll ask you to come in, or they will just simply come to your premises. But these people, they bring good news. They bring something, because the card of Mersante, Mersante is a card of like a merchant, somebody bringing something. In this particular situation, could be evidence, bringing evidence of what the sick man have done to you, right? And you will talk to these people. They shown me 5 people, could be more. They will sit you down and they will say, okay, this is what we have. We're going to press charges against this sociopath. This is what this sick man have been doing to you for years with no end. We're ready to press charges. You are a victim. So of course they will ensure your safety, right? They will make sure they could relocate you, or so in other words, there's a team coming towards you. Team to tell you about this man, this sick people. This, and particularly one sick man, truly sick. Truly, truly sick. Very unfortunate, but there is no cure for that. If the person is demonic and shallow, um, it is what it is. But expect people coming in. They come in from a distance, most likely, with good news for you in regards of this person. So in other words, most likely they will be closer to the imprisonment state, closer to the prosecution state. They will arrive. They will arrive. And what will these people, what will this merchant, because I see a group of people talking to you, group of men, maybe men and women at the same time. What kind of information they will bring to you? Okay, this is time. Okay, this is meaning time. Time has come. Oh, and look at this money. Something to do with money. Something to do with money. So this is could be a settlement. This is also could be that they will advise you to move or relocate. Possessions also could signify possession, purchases. It's money. It's something material that you will gain, financial. Maybe they will be able to say, okay, this person is now being arrested and we will give you the compensation for that. Or we're looking to compensate you this and this and this. It's something to do with material and financial in nature. So it will be very good contract for you. This is could be a contract or whatnot, but it relates to financial gain for yourself, meaning that you will have money. Okay, money, it's a financial here. Maybe this man have stole from you something, right? This is could be a matter of estate, for example. Once again, finally, the lawyers maybe come in. This is could be meeting at the lawyers and they say, okay, we got your money. Or you entitled to this sum of money. Or you entitled to this and this. In other words, it will be successful deal for you. Successful, right? This is bouquet and fish. It will work out in your favor because you're innocent here. And yes, remember this: the sick man is still, like I said, stalking you. He's. I feel like anger issue. This person like almost turns psychotic, like in a state of mania. You know, I just hear like this sick man banging in your door, maybe, or banging in your windows, like breaking things, like crazy, dangerous, criminal, sick. You understand? Like literally would come and like bang, 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 bang in the middle of a night. Sick. So, of course, by the devil cult could resonate all kinds of sickness and diseases. Stalker, stalking, trespassing in the middle of a night. Creepo. Crazy, crazy. This person's got to go. And they will go. They will go. But for you, it's going to be well, more than well. I can assure you that your expectation, and yeah, this is court, casa, this is government building, court. You're going to have to go to court, and you will go to court if needed. because the card of court building comes up. See? Money. So you will sue whoever this man is. Government, politician, lawyer, judge. I don't care who he is. I don't care who these people are. If you're a victim of crime, you have a right to sue, and you will succeed. Matter of fact, you may be the only one that will succeed. You could set a precedent. Never happened before. So give yourself a pat on the shoulder because you're a very strong person. Let's take a look what else. What else for you and particularly. So the future is great for you. Like I said, you should have no worries. These people need to worry, not you. Not you. What else? Near future for you. What else? Two of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. Oh, you see something you don't see yet. Something you don't see because your eyes are closed here. But like I said, in the near future, what you don't see right now, don't realize. And like I said, increase of your finances, maybe perhaps some stable job. Could be stability in your business, or if you're looking for a job. In the next near future, and of course I can only look within 6 months. Usually tarot readings go in 6 months period frame. So in the next 6 months, your job will stabilize, your income will stabilize. I kind of feel like you don't see it. You don't, because there's so many restrictions that has been placed to you by these ill wishers. But it'll stabilize. In the near future, I see financial stability, meaning your income, your finances will stabilize itself. Maybe perhaps the sick people somehow interfere with your business. Maybe they interfere with your finances or earning abilities, depending what you do, right? So for example, if you have a business and you offer something to consumers, they could like write bad reviews about you or hack your system or doing something. Like, it's a pity. Remember, your enemies are sick, physically and mentally, both. But in the next 6 months, your income will stabilize. You will have stability, financial independence. Because right now, after being tied into these restrictions for such a long time, you forgot what is it like to be you, to be free. Because everything was done to humiliate you, torture you, abuse you, disrespect you, interfere in your life. So of course you don't see this finally being resolved, but it's all leading towards this resolution. It's all leading towards this resolution. Everything will balance out. Clarify the card of Eight of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles. It's financial gains, financial stability. You see, this is exactly what I just said. It's your time. It's your time to receive that, the horn of success, the horn of wealth, right? This card represents your enemy. Your enemy is envious, crazy, nuts, screaming. There's someone here that have unstable mental state. Liars, they cannot control their emotions, two-faced. Your enemies are freaking out. They can no longer hide the fact that they're so envious of your success because they know what's coming. They know what's coming. If you were a victim of government abuse and torture, you will sue. And of course, it's going to come good settlement. They know about your possibility. They cannot control the fact that you're doing well. Like I said, it's a jealousy on your independence, on your finances jealousy. The fact that you can and work hard towards what you have. They don't get that. They think you don't deserve it. So once again, your enemies will be here unstable, angry because they're greedy. They're greedy. All of these people that go into prison, it's all because of their stupidity and greed to have what belongs to you. They'll get a piece of you, right? Piece of what's yours. No, you're not going to get a single cent. You're going to go to prison and you're going to compensate a victim. That's what you're going to go. Well, that's what you're going to get. So someone here is very angry. Who's so mad? Is that this sociopathic man, or who is it? Showing me a woman, but let's take a look. Who is this so unstable and jealous that you're doing well? Someone who's stuck. Someone who's not doing well themselves. Manipulator. Manipulator that fought you. Once again, this competition, this battle was fighting you, and now that narcissist is upside down. You literally put everybody in these places. I don't know how you did it. I don't know how you did it, but you managed to put the most sickest psychopaths, lying narcissists upside down. They're angry. They're angry, but there's nothing they can do. They're fighting, but yet they're stuck themselves. Yeah, thieves. Yes, thieves. Justice card, right? They're sinking. There's again man here. Man, narcissist, sinking. Oh, how can I outsmart the courts? How can I set you up, right? This man comes up as a fire sign, maybe Leo or Sagittarius. So he's sinking by 7 of Pentacles. What can I do to get away from jail? What can I do not to be arrested and charged and sued? Nothing. You most definitely can no longer commit fraud. Not anymore. You've done that. And that's why you're going to jail, because you already did it. But yet, what's foolish about these unstable, greedy people, that they're still fighting. And deep down in their incompetent, uneducated mind, they believe that they can outsmart the law. That they can forge fake evidence about you. No. No. Now you pay for what you did. So once again, justice here will be served. And they thinking, like I said, they're in the process. The reason perhaps why these there's two men, could be two separate men that did this to you. One is a complete sociopath, a greedy psychopath, and then there's another one too. They're both thinking how to get away from imprisonment. So the best thing they could have figured out is to set you up. But they don't understand that there is, by this card of conversation and the course, there is a group of people, group of men, group of detectives, even your own lawyer's team working on this matter, and perhaps have been working for a long time. So in other words, someone already knows the truth and ready to press charges. So anything that they're doing from this point on is only making worse for themselves. See, the card of strength. You're strong. Your strong position cannot be shattered. Yeah, well, what do you need to know? No cure for stupid. That's really what you need to know. These people are stupid. They can never be fixed. Not even in prison. They cannot be fixed. They're just stupid. Stupid. Doing stupid things. I wonder what if they knew that there is a whole entire undercover organization that watching them right now. Would they still do this to you? Would they still hack you? Would they still stalk you? Would they still trespass you? Break in windows, etc. Would they do that? Probably not. Or maybe they would, because they're stupid. They're not your problem. You're a victim. You're a victim of targeted offense and conspiracy. Because these rats conspire to harm you. They conspire to humiliate you. They conspire to torture you. They're going to prison because a true victim is you. And you were a victim of targeted offense. Only 2 characters came up. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's more than 2. I'm sure there's somebody else here. All like-minded. And of course, it's telling me that the one you trusted backstab you. Maybe this fire sign backstab you. Maybe somebody you cared for backstab you. There was a setup. You were set up. You were set up by someone you trusted. So out of this whole red community was this sociopath in charge. There was one that you thought to be a friend, that you thought to be trusted. And he did this because of promotion, because his income increased. This man who you cared for, maybe some of you loved, treasure your friendship, could have been your business partner, your lover, did this because he was offered money. And he's a traitor. And he's a rat. So they're done. They're done. They are done. They want to play this with your life? Well, we'll see about that. Looks like to me they're neither of them doing very well. Neither of them doing well at all. It's your time to be happy, like I said. Now it's you are the one that's going to be happy. You're the one that's going to be having good times. This is now about you. Your life's changing. So concentrate on that, right? Moving forward. Advice for you. Let's see what the universe have to say. Rose quartz, inner child. Rose quartz is a stone of love, stone of healing. Okay? So if you do not have any jewelry with rose quartz or stone, maybe consider purchasing that and just simply put it by your bedside, or wear a jewelry like a ring, a keychain, a necklace perhaps. Because love, right? I feel like these people have really, really taken away a lot from you, a lot of your love. Someone here you given your love, and that love was abused and betrayed for money, for wealth, for greed. So once again, rose quartz is not, it's also signifies this one, but it's in particularly here relationship healing. Also morganite. Morganite. You will, I feel like, start doing things to heal yourself and heal your soul, and particularly heal your heart. Do not make your heart bitter because of these sick people. They're sick. You deserve to love yourself, and you deserve to receive the same love that you give. And you have a lot of love. You know how I know that? Because psychopathic narcissists do not target another narcissist. They target empaths. They target kind people. They target loving people like you. So the advice from the universe is do not close your heart. Do not close your heart. Do not have resentfulness or hate. Heal your heart. Your love is priceless. Your love is precious. You deserve to be loved and give love. And I also see maybe even in the near future, there's someone that's coming in for you towards relationship. Because in particularly, it's telling me relationship healing. If this is trauma that is coming in from inner childhood, then once again, heal it. Heal this relationship. You cannot bear liability of others upon your soul. You cannot carry. You cannot carry what other people chose to do to you. You can only be responsible for what you do and what you did to yourself and others. You cannot be responsible for everybody. So do not carry these burdens. Drop it. Drop it. Whether you had a hard childhood, and of course, block your heart, close your heart, do not do that. It's all about love. Love and self-love. So attract that love and bring that love within your heart. And you will. Your relationship with others will also change. You will start trusting people. If, let's say, this man was a liar, an abuser, some crazy acts, and you close your heart, you started to disbelieve or distrust opposite sex, or if this is, could be any way of relationship with anybody, even business relationship, or people in general. Do not keep your heart closed. You're too precious. Your love's too precious. Love, love, love. Give love. Okay? So this is what I have for you today, my beautiful, wonderful collective. Once again, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for all of your support of our channel. I truly appreciate you. Once again, if you're new, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, I will see you next time. Okay, I love you all. Go practice love. I'll see you next time. Bye.